this, you got that. Back there, like that's what killed me. But I'm like, yo, we can pass through objects. Like, and what really killed me, like the first round, I'm beating them, and then it's like, oh, he's good. I'm like, the whole thing. Oh no, Hope will be there. Probably. Wait, is Hope there? Okay. Yeah, I said right here. It was so dark. I'm outside. Oh yeah, she did. I said, yeah, that's your time. Oh, that's here. Real. No, it's another red one. I seen that in the kitchen. Alright, picture that stuff. Here. Alright. So, fishing. Overactive. It don't matter, just hey. That's what I'm make sure everything's updated because you're not signing. Yeah, it's updated. It's loading. It's loading the enter. Alright. Oh, they got to flip her home, right? Yeah. One of these boys are just away. Alright, we're going to flip her. Alright, you call it because you're the champion. Yes. Oh, I'm on. Let's just say that. Wait, what are all pro? Yeah, all pro. Alright, so 5 minute quarters. Okay, yeah, y'all good. You trying to tell? I'm about to. I seen it in the kitchen. Oh, crap. Was that something that comes out? I just keep it so I usually hear. Alright, so you think for 21 skunk rule? Okay. Let's say you score 21 points straight on Chuck before he scores. When Chuck gets to, after you score your 21st point, Chuck has to the end of his next possession of
everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the
touchdown.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And look at this, right away a loose football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and he knew what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
I know you're not standing
to throw his Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Running with Howard. And take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he loses the football the second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
His throw caught. What about the 5?
This is on Darryl's profile. I'm about to change something. Hold on, Darryl. Something. Hold on here.
Nothing been touched. It's all, bro.
A 21-point rule is about to take place because he already got 2 touchdowns.
I made him fumble twice in a row.
During 7 spanning of 18 actions, menu narration option is set to auto selected.
Oh, you got the menu.
All that matters.
CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons. 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes, as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
I scored this next drive.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you don't
I got 2.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is...
What's going on, man?
The winner. Game has been dethroned as our Madden champion.
I'll tell you what it is. They hated on.
Oh, Zeke? Yeah, they
said, "Oh, you want some money? Okay, I got you a bag."
Did they take him out?
Nah, he on there.
Playing it.
Alright, it's me and Chuck.
I don't care.
Yeah, that was only 9 minutes. I don't even have to stop the stream.
Ready to go? Yeah.
nickel quarter.
All right, guys. All right, thank you for cooking. That really helped me out.
I just gave my pot something.
I didn't know who was calling. That's why
I can't see it. You can't see it.
It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got
problems.
Only got real around them.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
My house.
Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. When they come to handles, never had one.
That was
Yo, he fumbled like that was. Yo, I was like, yo, he just.
I didn't. That's the thing. I haven't touched any of the settings. Like, I told you I was playing my season, and like I got 2 injuries as soon as the season began. Let's go to the competition. Right.
Then Daniel must not say the rice to throw it out.
Say the rice.
He was gonna throw it all out. He said he didn't think it was anyway. Like,
No, it's not that rice. Come on with him.
I can just see how much I got in the container.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports.
How bougie on us?
Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz
Alright,
and the
so
Philadelphia
Chuck,
Eagles
I got a bye
as they match
originally.
up with Jimmy Garoppolo
Versus
and the
Chuck.
San Francisco
Now,
49ers.
Chuck Wynn, he does get a title shot,
Kickoff
although,
now just
however,
moments away.
after
It
said
is
rematch
finally
against me
time
and
to
Dave,
crown a champion.
cashed
It's all headed
in.
over to the 2 men who will
Lost.
call the action. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Yoshi.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
Oh, you thought. At halftime.
The first Super Bowl of
Hey,
a
they
new
got all kinds
decade,
of-
Super Bowl
the flash
54
top? Oh,
is
Agent Venom?
underway.
Yes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carson Wentz in his 4th season now out of North Dakota State, ready to bring out this Eagles offense. And he's had to sit and watch Nick Foles under center during Philly's last 2 playoff runs. So health will be a key for Wentz in 2019, no doubt. To throw is Howard. Throwing on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I knew he was trying to do something when he ran off to the side. I'm like, oh, he's about to do this. Shit. I was about to go for a blitz. I'm like, yo, I'm about to audible blitz. He's wide open. Oh, wait, no.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And running with power here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Wentz. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming right now.
hey, what? Or whatever style of things going on here.
The house isn't as bad condition as I thought it would be after this party. No, I guess we were going to have it outside at the playground down here at first.
Ooh, hell no.
And then I thought about it, I was like, yo, like, whoa, because look at the, oh God, it rained today. Thank God. Ready?
On second down now, it's Howard, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Close to the TV.
And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Just to speak of, call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo escaping the... Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And some room to maneuver. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive lineman and tight.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you bring some doubt in their minds.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go,
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And he whips that one incomplete there. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row for the pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably shot across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 98 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully...
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkrisky Tart. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Breedham looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Here we go. 180.
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Sunday. Great. Here we go.
Check 24, check 24.
Wentz to throw again. Steps away. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Jim. 80 weapons.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go. Like 20. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Good one, able to haul it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
On second down, a run with Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Taylor now returning it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Garoppolo. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 51 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
The game, people.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now and the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. A give to Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really when you're looking at
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. Third down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
So now.
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they?
About 15 cents.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down 24-14. 2:24 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He's balling off. Almost got come up. Almost got come through.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Howard. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go with Howard again. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
81.
To throw is Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home and then stopped him behind the line.
I actually faked it by accident.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time it was a pretty one-play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Lock, lock, lock.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.
Going crazy see.
For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't
know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing.
I don't know if I want that SmackDown edition or... What the hell? Why is it? Oh, that's... Yeah, give me all that.